And we are live. Hello, hello, everybody. As you all may see, those that are in the house right now, although I'm showing nobody in the house, but yet I see Chrissy Brown.
It takes a second.
Just right, it does take a few minutes. As you can see, we have Mr. Jeremy DeFoy in the house. He's going to be cooking us up what I just recently realized or didn't really know. It's actually called shrimp Creole.
Yep.
So I did the fancy name of shrimp a la rouge because it's actually shrimp in a red gravy.
Yep.
That he'll be making up for us. So he'll be getting on it here in just a few minutes. Try to get a few more people in the house if we can. The shows I've got 351. What's up there, buddy? And Chrissy was in here. I assume that she still is. And then there was a Jewel in the kitchen, so they were waiting.
Yeah.
We got an Alvin Lewis just rolled into the chat. Dave Garcher. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Jimmy Geiger. NJ. What's up, NJ?
Up, boys.
So, as you all can see, we've got Jeremy here cooking us up. I tell you what, I'm not even going to say it. You go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over there to you there, Creole.
Well, what we're doing? Hang on, let me turn my heat down for a second.
What we're doing is we're turning down the heat.
What we're doing is very simple. This is just shrimp in a tomato-based gravy, basically called shrimp Creole. In any restaurant you go in, like everything else in Louisiana starts out, got the Holy Trinity, onions, bell pepper, and celery. So we're gonna throw that in the pot, get that browned up, and get it going. Then I'll show y'all how to make the red sauce.
10-4.
So
let me go ahead and add right quick, Jeremy.
Y'all for a ride.
While you do that, let me go ahead and add this right quick. Anybody in the chat tonight that may want to ask questions, feel free to ask any questions you may have, and we'll make sure to relay that to Jeremy.
Yep.
And if you want to know the ingredients, I am putting them into the description, so they're not based on measurements. So that's one thing that Creole has definitely put out there. It's by taste. So you have to add a little bit, take a little bit, depending on how you like it.
So far, what I've got is one large onion. I've got one large bell pepper, and I've got probably like half a bundle of celery, I guess you would call it. So far, that's what we got. And tonight, I decided I'm going to season it with my Cajun two-step. I like this stuff.
I'll have to remember that.
I do like this Cajun two-step. It does not have a lot of salt in it, which I like. It's got a little bit of a kick, but not a whole bunch. Just the way I like it.
Jeremy, I noticed that you're cooking it in a cast iron pan.
Yes.
Skillet. Is that mandatory? Or that's just the way you like to cook?
That's the way I like it. I love cooking in cast iron. You do not have to cook this in cast iron. Absolutely not. You can make this you can make this like in a deep 4-inch deep skillet if that's what you have.
Got you.
It's actually really easy to make this stuff. And as y'all are going to see, we're going to do this start to finish in the time of the show. So this is not something that requires a whole lot of time out of it. You can actually do this, let's say, after work,
Right.
We got 11 people in the house. Appreciate everybody in here. Hit that thumbs up if you can. Shares out whenever you can. Let's get a lot more people in here and hang out.
There you go. 351 said that Cajun two-step is some good stuff.
You put that on a cracker, dude.
All right. But what I've got in the pot here, this is basically the base for probably 3/4 of Louisiana cooking, to be honest with you.
Those are like green pepper.
Oh, Jimmy said, ask the chef how big a shrimp does he use?
Right now, I'll be using about some 24 to 30 count shrimp. That's what I don't like the shrimp really, really big.
So just like the normal size, not like a jumbo shrimp.
No, not jumbo at all. Anywhere from like the 24-30s. To me, that's the perfect size.
Yep. Gotcha. So 24-30 on the shrimp. Okay. There's catfishing with Cause. What's going on, Cause? Tina Ladybug. What's going on?
Danny Stone.
Danny
and
Stone in the
Tom.
house. In the he house.
Yep.
In the he house.
In the house.
Let's see.
NJ said shrimp scampi rules.
And all I'm doing right now, I'm just taking all my vegetables, all my veg, we call it, and I'm just basically cooking this, frying it down, making sure it gets all nice and reduced and soft, and then we're gonna take it from there.
Danny Stone likes he says I like big shrimp and I cannot lie.
You can do this with big shrimp. Don't get me wrong, but if all you can get is the jumbos, I like cutting them like in half or like in 3 pieces for this.
Cause says she can smell it now.
Can smell it now, and you know, I was gonna comment on that myself. So it's funny that you pull that up because I am in total agreement with that. I can smell those peppers cooking right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It just puts that certain smell in the house. You know, you can't just.
Oh yeah.
But I think I've said this on probably every cooking live I've done, and y'all see me using this old pot. But this old pot actually belonged to my wife's grandmother. This pot is very, very old. This pot is probably close to 100 years old.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's an old cast iron pot that we saved that was nothing but a ball of rust. But we sandblasted it, cured it, and I've been using it ever since.
Yep, nothing
I've got
better
a couple
than
of cast
the Holy
iron.
Trinity of cooking.
Yeah. I've got a couple of cast iron pots that are pans that I'm going to be doing the same thing to.
Yep.
Danny Stone says, "Yo, you cut my shrimp in half, and I'll whack you with that spoon."
Now you can't look. There's nothing wrong with doing this with store-bought shrimp. I've done it before. I just happen to have some shrimp, and this is all courtesy of my dad. They took a trip a few months ago down south and actually went buy some shrimp off of the boats. Came home and put them all up, and that's what I'm going to be using tonight.
That's Cajun Grocer, right? The one you gave me the link. Is it Cajun Grocer?
Yeah, cajungrocer.com. That's right.
Make sure I got
Michelle said that cast iron is absolutely mandatory. It's all mine.
To me it is. But if you don't own a cast iron pot, nothing wrong with that. You can still use a regular pot or a deep skillet for this. But it does help. It does help.
Okay. So I do have it spelled right. I'm going to put that link in the chat, so anybody that wants to can look at that. That's where you can get the shrimp if you're not like living anywhere near the sea or anything like the ocean or anything. But you can order it online and have it shipped to you.
Now, I will also say this: the shrimp is going to go in the last 15-20 minutes of the show. This red gravy, this Creole gravy that I'm making, this is good for any type of seafood, including fish. You can put big chunks of fish in this. It's not nearly just for shrimp.
Awesome.
Any type of seafood. If you want to put scallops in this, crawfish, like I said, just any kind of actual fish that you have. Any type of seafood is great in this type of red gravy.
Carl said that now they got to go cook. I saw one other. NJ was saying that shrimp that it's not from China always tastes better, and I agree with that. Anytime you can get fresh shrimp, it's always better. And
it will. And for those who don't know, it will say it's required by law to say on the package if they're, let's say, wild caught American shrimp or if they're imported. They're required to tell you.
NJ, if you want ruffles from me, you're out of luck because I don't do ruffles.
Yeah.
I'm not Frito. I'm not a bunch of snobs. Ooh. Did I say that out loud on my show, on my channel? Ooh, Frito's a bunch of snobs? I guess I did.
Oh, you're done.
I'm done. Cancel me. Cancel culture. Cancel culture.
Cancer culture.
I can hook you up with some Toms. I can hook you up with some bacon cheddar fries and some nacho rings.
Ooh.
But
I turned my back on y'all for 1 minute, and y'all already talking about cancel culture, man.
Real and virtual outdoors states hello Creole and Kevin and that other guy.
Troy, go button
Troy.
up your moo. Go button up your moo.
There we go. Back up the camera a little bit, y'all can see a little more.
There's Avid. What's going on, Mr. Avid?
Hey, Avid, what's up, buddy?
13 wonderful people in here. Appreciate everybody coming in here.
See, already those onions and stuff are starting to get soft, but we want them nice for this. Now, don't get me wrong. If you like your veg and your gravy a little crunchy with a little texture, nothing wrong with that. You can probably stop right here and keep going. Me, I like it to melt down really, really good.
Usually, what takes about how long for to normal to get it melted down enough to where you like it?
20 minutes.
About 20 minutes.
About 20 minutes. Okay. Yeah, it don't take long. There's no rules with this. There's really not. You know, it's you try it one time, see how you like it, and then you change whatever you want to make it how you like it. There's no rules with this. Yeah. You know, the way I do this is it's different from the way my dad does it. It's different from the way his dad did it. It's not all exactly the same.
Yeah.
The way my grandfather would do this, when he goes to make the red gravy, he would actually take tomatoes from his garden and crush them and then put them in here and make the red gravy. We're going to do this a little bit the easier way. A little.
Not to highlight that.
We'll get to that here. Well, you'll be able to do this with stuff available at Walmart. You know.
Yeah. Michelle said that it's all about the sauce, and sometimes the protein is secondary. She says, I love sauces that can be used in multiple dishes.
Exactly what this is. You can cook this and put just about anything in it, and you'd be fine. Look, I've had smoked sausage in this red gravy before, and it is awesome.
I was just thinking that same thing when you said put anything. I was like, I bet sausage would be good in that.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
I mean, even like pork or something like that.
Of course, I have to stay away from a lot of pork right now.
Yeah, but I guarantee if you got some, especially some thick fish fillets, and you're not quite sure what to do with it, man, this is awesome right here. Especially if it's like some thick catfish fillets or anything like that, man, it is incredible in this red.
Yeah, we know Michelle. Yeah, Michelle said her countertops are being installed on Thursday. Yep. But you still got to get somebody to come down there and hook up all the faucets and all that stuff. So,
yep.
One of these days, I'm going to have me in the kitchen one day.
I just redone
I'm waiting
our
patiently.
Vanity. Yeah, I just redone our bathroom vanity.
Bathroom should be easy. You should have done that in one day.
I did. I took the. Oh yeah, I did. I did it within like just a few minutes.
Yeah. David Archer said we did a cook-off between Creole and Avid. That might be.
If you're gonna do that, you might as well throw in Michelle in the middle of that too.
Hey, amen to that.
And Amy, and Miss Amy Payne.
You know, sadly though, it would only be us watching them, not so much tasting it. So yeah, I don't know how well that would work over.
I always said if I did ever make it down to the dock, I'm gonna let them go fish. I want to get in the kitchen with Miss Michelle and cook up some stuff. That's what I want to do. I'll let them go fish.
Does muscadine wine pair well with this dish? Asking for a friend before I drink it all. I mean, before they drink it all. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Not only does it pair well, but in my experience, the more you drink, the better it pairs.
Oh, there you go. So tell your friend to go ahead and
Yeah.
drink it all then.
I mean, not speaking from experience, of course. I just, here's the thing.
We don't do that. We don't do
No,
that.
no.
Like I like to say, not that I know anything about that.
Nope. And Avid's got to have jokes. He says, "We all know Creole reverts back to cooking when he forgets to call 1-800 rent a fish."
What? Yeah.
But Avid, this was planned. So this wasn't that he forgot. We planned this out for weeks now.
Look, let me tell you something. I caught more fish in the last fishing trip than Avid did in the past 2 years, I think.
Ooh. What's up, Dink?
Now,
Dink over stink catfish and says, I can smell it from here.
we gotta add some garlic. I've got them fried down
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit.
Oh, I know, Michelle. But I used to do, like I said, I reverted back to for old times where I used to do all that stuff, and I used to do all that stuff in all brand new homes. So one of them is easy. So
my glasses is fogging up over here.
I'm gonna wait till we get done, like at the end of the show, because I've got some questions I want to ask Creole and everybody in chat to what's going on in our waters up here, what our city has been doing for the last 3-4 years, and want to know if you all think that the fish is going to be affected by it.
Is it what we talked about yesterday or day before yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, you know my answer.
Yeah. Well, they voted. Did I tell you they voted last night?
No.
Yeah, they voted last night and they stopped it. The city council voted last night and unanimously stopped it. But 4 years, over 50 million gallons have already went in.
How'd they get away with that? That's so highly illegal. That's on a federal level.
Nope.
Illegal.
That's how you dispose of it, through the waste treatment plant. Yep.
Wow.
That's how it's leachate is what it's called.
Crazy.
But the EPA way to dispose of it is to run it through your waste treatment plants.
Yep.
Well, guess what? It dumps right into the creeks and right into our lake. Well, guess what creek I was fishing in?
The one that you were glowing in the dark afterwards?
Yes, and that's where they were dumping it into. So I'm actually come out with cancer. Yay. Stupid idiot people.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Back to cooking.
Just about got this like I wanted. We're getting very, very close.
That looks so good.
Once I'm done with this, then we can start turning this into the red gravy. Put the good stuff in here.
Creole, you cook like I do. You get it all cooked down to where it's just about dry, and then you add a little water to it to make it moist again.
And the secret to doing this right, I'm adding just a taste of water. That way it doesn't stick real bad to the bottom of the pot.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have it this time because we're on camera. But a lot of times what I'll do, instead of browning all this with water, I'll actually use beer instead.
There you go.
Because that alcohol, that acidic in the beer, deglazes the bottom of the pot.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on what you're cooking, you can actually start playing around with different styles of beer. Like for seafood, a good blonde ale, something light colored is really good. If you're cooking something really heavy, like a beef rice and gravy or something like that,
yeah,
go ahead and use a dark ale, like let's say a Guinness or something like that. So you can really play around with that and make some pretty cool stuff.
What's going on, Aaron from Catfish Regulators.
Okay.
What's up, Aaron?
Now, like I said, I have a habit of not measuring things, but my tomatoes base that I'm putting in here to make this red gravy, right here, good old Rotel.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna start with 2 cans, and I'm gonna see what I think about it. And if I want some more, I'm gonna add some more. Like I said, I don't measure much. I just go with it.
And like I said, people are just now coming in. I have put the ingredients in the description, and that's just a figure of what he actually is using. And
Yeah.
it just depends on your taste, how much you want to add, how much you want to take away.
I will tell you a secret. I always cook in the same pot. I learn really quick what it takes to make a batch in this pot. That's how I learn how much I need of everything, is by what pot I'm using. Tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and add my third one because I don't think I have quite enough. So now I
3
like
cans. So for his pot, he uses 3 cans. But you're like he said, whatever pot you're using, it's gonna differ. So you may use 2, you may use 3.
I'm putting 3 pounds of shrimp in this, so I'm making a pretty good sized batch here.
Yeah.
But you can kind of see the color here. I've got more tomato than I do the rest of my veg. That's kind of the ratio I want.
Yeah. And that's what really makes it that red gravy.
Yes.
Is because it is more red than it is anything else.
Yes, it is. It is tomato. Instead of being roux based like a gumbo is, it's tomato based.
Yeah.
My mouth.
I know all about the gumbo stuff. we always our gumbo was always whatever they could kill in the yard or whatever.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that your gumbo is not quite the same as my gumbo down here.
No.
Not a limb on that one.
No. Ours was like squirrel and rabbit and
which we do all that, but I highly doubt it's made the same way.
No.
I don't know.
I guarantee it's not.
I can show you the right way. In fact, I did a gumbo live on my channel, I don't know, lad, maybe a year ago, not quite a year ago, and we went through all the steps.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's cooking like this is not.
I'm gonna time you out, Aaron, if you don't hush about no steak.
Hey, no.
I'm gonna time you out if you don't quit talking about steak.
No. I'm really not a steak guy. I rarely eat a steak. I'm a seafood guy. I'll take this over a steak any day.
And you too, Avid. Y'all go sit in the corner.
Yeah, exactly. Turn my heat up.
Quit talking about steak.
Yeah. I want this to blend together a little bit. And then we're going to add one more thing that's going to thicken this up a little bit. We'll get to that here in a little while. I'm adding my dad's secret ingredient that he puts in this stuff to thicken it up. Not that it's much of a secret, but that's just what he does. Like I can't see chat, but I know he's watching. I just don't know if he's commenting in chat. But I know he's watching.
Who are we talking about?
Kenny Dufour.
No, he hasn't chatted yet.
Okay, that means he's watching on the big screen in the living room.
Gotcha.
But now
that
I said his name, he's probably fumbling for his phone trying to find it so he can chat something. Okay. Now you'll notice when I added that Rotel, I did not add any seasoning when I added it because that Rotel is pretty seasoned on its own. You don't want to. I believe in
overpower it
seasoning, but you got to be careful. Same thing with smoked sausage. You can over season something really fast if you're using smoked sausage because it's just too much.
Yeah.
You can always add, but it's very difficult to take away.
There's Mr. Brandon from Catfish and Dreams. He says, "Is that pastelaya?"
Pasta lie. Get out
No,
of here.
it's not.
Lord have mercy.
No. That's shrimp Creole
Yeah, buddy.
and a red gravy.
Okay, let me see here.
I'm not answering that, Michelle. Not answering that.
And no, I did not make that name up. It's legit. That's really what you call it.
Yeah, it actually is. I actually looked it up when he told me about it.
Yep. If you happen to go to a seafood restaurant and they have this on the menu, you're gonna get some kind of version of what I'm doing. It ain't gonna look just like mine, but that's okay. It'll be pretty much the same.
Maurice Casey is in the house. Says, "Where's my bowl?"
Hey, I'll fix you one and I'll mail it to you. It'll be there Monday.
It'll be there Monday. You can send me one too while you're at it.
Ooh, I can't promise how good it's gonna be by the time it gets there.
Right.
Hey, if you freeze it, it'll be fine. Freeze it and then put it in some kind of styrofoam case and then mail it to me with some what is that kind of ice? What is it?
Dry ice.
Dry ice. It'll be just fine.
You can actually, and I want to say Cajun Grocer has these things, but you can actually buy like the bags of like the base for this stuff. That way you can just throw it in and it already makes your base and all for you.
Ooh.
I believe
you just add all the onions and peppers and everything else you want in it.
Yep. Like I said, I mean, it's easy. I mean, onion, bell pepper, celery. I threw a little garlic, threw some Rotel in it. Rock and roll. Simple stuff. Anybody can do it. Oh yeah, starting to look like something. See, I like it when everything starts getting the same color. That's how I know I'm doing something right.
And Aaron, I will answer that one. Yes, that's why I don't. That's why I actually don't cook in my household. I eat out all the time. We order. It's easier.
Oh, come on now.
But yeah, I'm going to have to.
We order Mexican food all the time.
Oh yeah. Buck, I'm gonna have to take credit for that one. Buck Williams stated, I saw the title and thought Kelly can't cook Cajun, and it wasn't so much that I had it wrong. I mean, I just come up with a fancy name to catch the eye, but I didn't actually realize until right before the show that this was called Shrimp Creole for real, because somebody didn't tell me that whenever I was talking to him originally.
Somebody did not share the information.
Somebody did not share that information.
Somebody didn't tell somebody, and somebody didn't share something. So yeah.
Now look, don't get me wrong. I'm sure somebody out there is going to see this and say, "Oh no, that's not a real shrimp Creole because you didn't do this or didn't do that." It's close. It's close.
It's how you do it because you live down there.
Hey, this is how I do it. This is how I felt like doing it. Yeah, pretty much.
There you go. Danny says, throw a half pound of Gasper goo in that and send a bowl to Lyle Stokes. He'll be so distracted by the shrimp, he won't notice.
This is what we make to put the goo in. Yes, 100%. This is what we make, and it is awesome. I'm telling you, Kelly, you don't know what you're missing. If I take a big old spoon of this and put it on top of your head, your tongue would beat your brains out trying to get to it.
Oh, I guarantee it would.
All right, I gotta address something I see in chat between Michelle, Tom, and Avid. They're having conversations concerning reheating steak.
Oh my God!
No, we're not going to talk about that.
No,
we're not. We're not going to talk about that.
I'm going to make a statement. If you eat steak the way that I eat steak, you can very easily reheat that steak in no time. Because I slap it on one side, slap it on the other, and throw it on the plate and bleed, baby.
There you go. That's the way it should be.
So leave me alone about me reheating a steak then.
All right. Secret ingredient that's going to thicken this up. That's Dad's secret ingredient right there.
Golden mushrooms.
Yep.
I've never heard of golden mushrooms.
Oh. It's just a
And
big,
it's made by
it's just a big
Campbell's.
gloop. It's just a big gloop that goes in there.
Yes.
Big loop.
It's all it is.
This is also in etouffee. Also, great for thickening that up.
I've actually seen people use golden mushrooms before. Some of my great aunts have used it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Knock the horns off of it and serve it.
Okay. I know what movie you're referencing. I feel the same way. Exactly what you're talking about.
What's up, Justin?
Justin's
Now that's a gentleman. Now that's a gentleman right there that can cook up a good steak. I had steak. Well, you and me both, Kelly, had his steak.
Yeah. Not just steak, bass and crappie. Too,
oh yeah.
On top of that.
Well, you take the steak and you throw that out the front door and you just eat the fish. Then you're doing something.
Well, I have to
I'm
say
a Southern
that
Georgia boy.
That was probably the last actual steak that I will probably ever eat. So I went out with a bang.
You could have a steak every once in a while. It wouldn't hurt you.
Yeah, I know.
So
there you go. Danny says,
Yeah.
pour golden mushroom soup over pork steaks in a crock pot. You'll thank me later.
He is right. He is 100% right.
I might have to try that sometime.
You can do that. You can probably do that in like a little crock pot too.
Yeah. Crock pot. Yeah, it works great. Let's see.
See, my problem with cooking up stuff like this is that besides my mom, I'm the only one that'll eat it. As far as in the household is concerned, because Amy Jo doesn't eat a lot of stuff. She's very picky about what she eats. And my son has taken on her traits when it comes to eating food. So a lot of the food
fishing.
and
fishing.
So a lot of the food that I cook up is actually centered around those two, so that we'll have a meal together, not just individual foods. So, but every once in a while I'll cook up something, and if I cook up a big batch of it, I'll make sure to save some back so I can have it when I want it.
That's right.
Michelle said all dishes start with a framework. A really good cook makes it their own. Yep, absolutely.
Amen.
That's the size shrimp I'm using. Like I said, these are, you could consider these 24.
Yeah, it's about a medium-sized shrimp.
Yeah, it's a medium size.
Yep.
Justin, are you still pouting?
Probably.
Justin was up in like I pouted the whole week he was up there, so I don't know what he's talking about. Because I was supposed to be up there with him. Went up to Lake Wiley this past week or so and did some fishing and well, it was last week actually, and did some fishing with Richard Warskow and in a tournament, as well as Santee Cooper got one of his bucket list lakes off his list, by going over to Santee Cooper and catching some fish. And then he comes home and he informs me yesterday, I believe it was, that he was pouting because he had to leave.
Oh,
I don't blame him there.
He said, yeah, I am.
There's 922 crappie barbecue. What's going on, buddy?
Okay. How we doing on time, guys? What we got?
We are at
we're good.
6:06 for you.
Oh, heck yeah. We good. Okay, so what I like to do, I like to cover it, and I like to let this simmer for about 20 minutes or so, kind of really let it boil and roll and get all nice and happy in there. And then once that's done, then we go add our shrimp.
Yeah.
Well, 922 says, Creole, I'm not liking you right now.
I get that, bud. I do. I get that.
That's normal.
Oh.
That's normal. He said, it looks so good. And he goes, it looks so good. I'm eating pizza.
you watch a show like this, you end up running to the fridge.
Right. I'm over here wishing I could go to the fridge.
Dave Garshar said, "Send a bowl to John Parker."
Hey, there you go.
I tell you what, with all the bowls I got to mail out, I might not have enough.
Well, you may not have enough for you all. You might not have enough for all of us.
I'm going to take mine. Oh, no. Take mine. Y'all might see me eating my plate at the beginning of me and Roger's show at this rate. I ain't scared.
We talked about that on the phone. You said you might be actually eating when you actually get on live with him.
Dang right. Hey, I ain't missing out.
See, you don't have to mail mine to me. I'll just make a trip down that way whenever I get a chance, and you can cook it up for me, eat it live, hot right out of the. If you can freeze it,
I might come by around October to pick mine up.
No,
I'll be down towards your way in October. Close.
You come go getting Dad's big outdoor kitchen and fixes some little beverages, and we'll do it right.
There you go.
There you go.
I'll be in Nashville in October.
We could actually talk fishing for like 15, 20 minutes if it's that kind of show, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, at the end, if you're done early, we'll just talk some fishing.
Heck yeah. Like I said, I gotta let this boil for like 15, 20 minutes before we go to the next step. So we got a minute. We got a little time.
Yeah, looks like we're good.
A little early. I like that.
Catfishing Cause just said, I just got my dishes put away, gonna cook in a few. So she's getting ready to cook too.
Yeah. See, it inspires people to cook stuff. That's what I like.
There you go.
He says, watch Creole and Michelle cook, you'll gain 30 pounds.
Yeah. It's like what I always say about Mike Chavez. Every time he puts a video out, I'm chewing on my phone trying to get to it.
Yeah.
And he's given me some cool ideas for how to change up some of the stuff that I do to make it a little different, you know?
Yeah.
Instead of just the same old thing all the time. Make it a little different. Nothing wrong with that.
I've got to call him. We might actually might pull out something this Saturday if he's available.
Let me know.
Yep. So I might give him a holler since I know he works during the week.
Yeah.
Keep in mind though, it'll have to be. Well, actually, we could do a 6:00 show with him if we needed to.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I get off at 5:00, so I have time to get home.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we do a late Saturday night one.
Yeah. See, right now the job we're working, I'm 2.5 hours from home. I left the job site at 2:35.
Wow.
Y'all seen what time I was here backstage already getting my stuff ready. I was rolling.
You were rolling.
I was rolling, burning some diesel.
Oh yeah.
Michelle says
Tom is finishing dinner now. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're wanting to know what he's cooking.
Well, actually, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and pose the question since we got a little time here with this gravy. What well, to the chat folks, as far as chat folks in chat. So what's on the menu for tonight, guys? Go ahead and share out what you're going to be eating since we all know that we're hungry now that we're watching Creole cook up his menage.
I had leftover Mexican pizza.
I finished up right before coming on. I finished up right before Jeremy come on. Anyways, I finished up a barbecue sandwich from the grill down there at the station below the house. So and I have another one on back order.
You got gas station.
That's not bad. No. There's a difference. There's a difference between gas station barbecue and straight from the grill barbecue. This may be a gas station, but they have a grill out back, a barbecue grill that they do their own barbecue and they cook up their own.
That's the difference. Yeah, that's
yes.
better. That's better.
You know how, Kelly, you know how I'm always talking about eating ribs. That's where I get my ribs from.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's like Kroger up here. They set up front with a little tent, a pop-up tent with their grills out, and they do their barbecue ribs fresh.
There you go.
Heck yeah.
Justin's Fish and Fetish stated he's, which I know what he's doing. He's got pork chops and jalapeno poppers on the smoker right this minute.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm eating chicken nuggets tonight.
Mm.
Maybe tomorrow, but not tonight.
I tell you what, KFC's got some good nuggets going on right now. They started using real chicken. Man, it's good. It's awesome.
Michelle made a pot roast with carrots and potatoes.
Yes, sir.
Good.
I miss pot roast with carrots and potatoes.
Oh, that's good.
My mama used to make that stuff.
Mm.
Oh, I miss it now. My memories. I miss my mama. Now I'm gonna miss my mama now.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's been 4 years. 4 years next month.
Wow. See me cooking stuff like this. My favorite was my grandfather's. I remember, like, when I was real little, I remember going in his house and he was like cooking stuff like this. And man, it reminds me so much of him. I mean, he's been gone over 20 years, but that what kind of brings it back.
That was my grandmother. She was always cooking. My great grandmother. Oh my God, my great grandmother. That was Pop's grandmother. You couldn't go in her house without smelling food. You could at any given time of the day or night, you would not walk into her house without smelling food because she was constantly cooking. And when she cooked, she didn't just cook for a little bit. She cooked for a whole crowd, whether it was 3 people, 5 people, or 100 people.
Yep. Now see what my grandfather would do. He would cook like this, but for lunch. But then for supper, cornbread and milk, something like that. That's all. That's it. That's all he eat for supper. Lunch was this stuff. Because back then, my dad worked close by. He'd come eat over there, and it was like a little gathering place, you know.
There you go. Justin said that he had blue. When he was over in Wiley, he brought back some blue cat and some channel cats that he caught up, and he said last night he had blue cat and shell cracker, which he brought back some good sized shell crackers
and shell cracker fillets.
Yeah. Yeah, he should have seen these shell crackers, man. There was some nice shell cracker that he cooked.
And you know, I've that fillet. I never have. Dad will not fillet like a sac-a-lay or a brim or something like that. He fries all that whole.
Yeah. Danny Stone made a statement a while ago that stated, if Michelle and Creole open a restaurant, I guarantee it would be 5-star and require reservations a week in advance.
I'd never make $1 because I'd eat all the profits. I promise you.
I gotta say he'd make a batch and be like, up, close the restaurant down. We're eating.
So what else is on the menu tonight, folks? I've only heard from a few folks here, a few of you folks in chat. What else is on the menu for you guys tonight?
There's Cause.
There we go. Cooking manicotti.
Yep. Can't wait till my tomatoes come in. Long time yet, but just dreaming. Yep.
I've actually been thinking up of a dish that I want to try. Talking about fish. I got to go buy. I got to go catch some before I can actually cook them up. But I've been thinking about doing a lemon pepper catfish.
Ooh.
So,
okay.
Dink is having ham and eggs.
And
we already knew what Michelle was doing. She was doing pot roast in her enameled cast iron Dutch oven.
Oh, Dutch.
Now you see, that's that real fancy stuff. You know, I just pot. She got that whole enamel coated fancy stuff.
I think she has like 3 of those.
Those are nice. Oh,
I think she has like 2 or 3 of them.
And here I am over here cooking off pots and pans and stoves.
And
I do have an air fryer.
Now, I bet you, and I know she knows she's going to laugh at this, but you want to really, really make somebody mad that's got one of those coated pots, put a metal spoon in it.
Ooh. No.
They will kill you over that.
Oh, yeah.
We actually,
out that enamel
not even regular pots and pans. My wife use a metal spoon. It's always a wooden spoon. It's either wooden or plastic.
Yeah.
Never metal.
Yeah, for on camera, if you're doing it on camera, to use wooden utensils because you don't hear all that noise. You don't hear all that
Yeah.
distracting from what's going on.
I have a stainless pot. It's like a 2-inch, 2-inch deep pot that I cook off of a good bit, and I do use metal utensils in it. But I've got other pots that I'll use, like the wood spoon or like the Teflon coated spoons. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I'll use those as well.
Dave Garchar, ham and scalloped potatoes with green beans. Ooh, Danny's got a good one.
Oh yeah, teriyaki meatballs over braised mixed vegetables. That sounds awesome.
Heck yeah. Okay, time to move y'all back over here.
LG Bass says that when grandmother would make family dinners, my grandfather would walk by the stove and stir the gravy, then tell everyone that he made the gravy.
Yeah.
I've heard that a lot. My dad would do that to my mom a lot.
Sharina is in the house. Hey, Sharina.
There's Mo Dog. What's going on, my buddy Mo Dog? What's up, Sharina? Fishing with Mo Dog.
I actually have a show upcoming that I'm going to do on Thomas and Sharina's channel. Not going to reveal what it is or the subject content. That'll be a surprise, but y'all be on the lookout. It's going to be really cool.
Cool.
10-4.
Yep. Ooh, that's looking better and better.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. See, now it's boiled and simmered to the point where everything's just melted all together.
Give me a straw and I'll just slurp that up. Honestly, I would just have a bowl of that. Give me a bowl of that and a grilled cheese.
Ooh.
One
Oh,
last
wow.
Fresh chives.
Oh, there we go. Fresh cut chives.
Yep.
Kelly, you're talking about grilled cheese sandwiches in a bowl of that. That's when you would be dipping your cheese sandwich.
That's what I'm talking about.
That.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Dipping my grilled cheese in that, just like you would do a tomato soup. You just dip that right in there and slop that stuff around on it.
BQ said, not to do Crappy BQ said, "Oh my God, now I got to go get dressed and go to the store. Thanks, guys. There goes $100."
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
No, cause it's not bad that you can actually smell it because we're all in the same boat with you.
Oh, here it is.
No pun intended. Right now.
Michelle says, "I will stab you with a spoon if you tried that." Talking about putting a metal spoon in hers.
Yeah, see that.
I will stab you with that spoon. The spoon you put in there, she'll turn around and stab you with it.
Yep, that's a very, very, very quick way to get hurt bad.
We actually,
I think my brother
found
stole
a
one
good...
of my wood spoons.
Go ahead.
I think my brother stole one of my wood spoons because I've not been able to find but one, and it's not the solid one. So I think he may have taken it when he moved out of my house.
Oh, Tom does that to her. Oh, puts a metal spoon in there. Oh.
Now hold on, Michelle. Hold on. Michelle, are we talking about putting the metal spoon in, or are we talking about just coming along, stirring the pot and saying that you made the gravy, or made the the gravy?
She's talking about coming in the room, stirring her gravy with a metal spoon. That's a double whammy.
No,
yes,
that's a double whammy.
A double whammy. Now, I don't know if you've heard of the brand, not a Creole, but have you heard of Blue Diamond pots and pans?
Yes, absolutely. I've heard of them.
So, if you've not heard of it and you want a non-stick pot and pan that's good, Blue Diamond is the way to go. We've went through so many pots and pans so far. Blue Diamond is the best one that we have found so far that nothing sticks to it.
I might have
we
to
do eggs. We do eggs. We've done eggs sunny side up. We've done it with over easy. We've done scrambled. We've done pancakes. I mean, we've done a lot of stuff with it and still have not made anything stick to that pan. And we think it's the best pan out there on the market right now. For
awesome.
it. And we've even used the copper. We went to the copper ones, and they stick. They're useless.
Now I use a copper bottom stainless.
Mhm.
That it's not a non-stick. It's not non-stick by any means, but it's a but it displaces the heat to oops, sorry about that, guys. It displaces the heat to give you a better overall cook, or an even cook.
Yeah.
And so I used to have a whole set of them, and then I divorced my first wife.
Yeah, we've really liked it.
When you have to debate on who gets the pots in the settlement, your country.
Yeah, yeah. Dink, you can go on. We bought ours off of Amazon. You could buy I think it's the 9-inch and 11-inch for like $20 something, I think, for the two pans. But I mean, you can buy the whole set. They got a whole set in there for all the utensils, all the different size pots and lids and everything. But we wanted to just
that's not bad for.
No,
I mean, $20 is not bad for 2 pans.
I think it's like 21 something or something like that. They're on sale right now on
try
Amazon.com.
Try going and purchasing cast iron right now.
Good gosh,
That's
You'll pay $20.
It's outrageous.
You'll pay $20 for a little small.
Yeah, the small one.
Piece. Yeah.
Garage sales. A lot of good stuff is at garage sales. As long as you're willing to, sand it and do whatever you got to do to restore the pot back to the way it was.
Yeah,
great.
That's right.
Garage.
Yeah. Now, if you go, and I just came because it happened this weekend. If you go buy a Blackstone or a grill that has a flat top cook, make sure you season that before you start cooking on it.
Yes.
If you don't season it, guess what? You just runt that one, and whoever's going to get it after you is going to do a lot of work having to re-season that thing and get it back to right. And it takes a lot of work. We just had that. Somebody bought one at Walmart and returned it because they runt it.
Mm.
Yeah, I was heartbroken. You can see the big burnt spots right dead center where they did not season it.
But man, you got to get that thing red hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
To put it back the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Michelle answered my question. She says stirring and claiming it. Claiming it as he is.
Oh yeah, he was stirring it and claiming it. Yep. What's going on, Lance? Makuga is in the house, and
then we got Lloydies.
GK is in the house.
That's right.
We got 19 wonderful people in here. Appreciate everybody. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, share it out, and again, the ingredients for this shrimp Creole and a red gravy is in the description. So make sure you go look at that, and it'll give you all the ingredients. But just be careful on how much you put in there because it depends on the size of pot you're using.
Yep.
And
course,
the taste.
The easiest thing to do, you could always just rewatch this live.
Yes.
You got instructions ready to go.
Yep.
Ready to go. That's right. Not only do we have, I'm showing 20 in the house, but we have 24 thumbs up. That's awesome.
Awesome. Appreciate everybody. I really do. And if you haven't noticed, I've already hit the 1K. So all we're waiting on for me and Kevin is our watch hours. So we've got playlists in our channels. So if you all could go and watch those for us, and let's get us our watch hours out, and we might be able to hit our monetization here soon, hopefully.
There you go. And I will go ahead and say this. I did not realize this, but I have been 6 months out from having put a video out. So I didn't realize it had been that long since I put one out, but I knew it had been a while because I haven't been able to go. Sunday I went out. I did a little. I was supposed to be doing some crappie fishing, but never caught a single crappie out there. But I did catch plenty of.
You're supposed to go live.
I was supposed to go live, and I had some issues that put me in the mood that I didn't need to go live in, and so I'll give you a short version on it. The same hub that I burned up on Father's Day last year decided that it wanted to take another crap on me this year. So
and the same person that went fishing with him last year on Father's Day went with him this year. So it's kind of like almost like a jinx.
Yeah. But so I do have a couple out of the film, because I only had a short spell there, but out of what I filmed, I do have a couple of three videos that I will be putting together to throw out there for you guys' enjoyment, and I will have some shorts to throw out there as well. So to be on the lookout for that.
Make sure your shorts are washed before you throw them out there.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we don't want them stained.
Yeah, no.
You know, chocolate bar. You know.
Yeah, no, we don't need no chocolate bars floating down the creek.
Wow.
No question.
Well, if you watched my live from Sunday, you kind of know what that was all about. Because I was actually in Stinky Creek. I was in Stinky Creek.
That was in Stinky Creek. I can't remember who it was that made the statement. Said they're going to drop a Babe Ruth upriver from him.
Yeah, they're going to let a Baby Ruth float down to me.
Oh wow!
I said I was probably going to eat it.
Sean T stated, Creole, I'm lost. You didn't give me the address for dinner.
He knows where the boat ramp is, but not in my house. So that's probably where he's at. He's at the boat ramp.
I got you.
Cast iron is worth every dime, and it will last forever. The kids are already fighting over mine.
I mean, this is at least third generation, possibly fourth generation right here. I mean, so
yeah.
It's just getting started.
922 says I have 2 complete sets of cast iron, clad iron cookware set for 60 years old. Nobody touches my stuff.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Now, Tom made a statement. He said, my ex claimed to autograph Kenny Rogers Frisbee in our separation agreement. The reason that I read that out loud and highlighted it was to let you know this. You made a statement a while ago concerning your country whenever you're fighting over the cookware. Well, she might have got the copper bottom pots and pans, but I got the cast iron.
Yep.
You can
yeah. You can have the copper bottom cast irons.
I've never cooked with the copper stuff before. I don't know. I guess I never saw the need, I suppose. Yeah, look, see, he's at the boat ramp. Told you.
Oh, here it is. This one right here. Dink says it's a space peanut.
Sean T stated that he to bring him a plate, he's at the launch.
Which is only like 20 minutes from the house. So
yeah.
Sean T don't live that far from me. I think he lives 2 hours and a half, maybe 2 hours from me. He's not far.
And Michelle's getting buried with her Griswold. She goes, no one's getting that one. It's coming with me. Let's see. When Kelly goes crappie fishing, it really does crappie fishing. No, I didn't spell crappie. Well, hey, I have to say, catching 12 fish in that little span of 4.5 hours on Stinky Creek coming out of the waste treatment plant was not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad at fishing. As long as I stay upriver from it.
Yeah. Don't fish the downstream side.
No.
Creole, what we got left, brother?
We are waiting on the shrimp to be done. Probably in the next 5 minutes or so, we will be throwing this on the plate, though.
Yep, it is 6:30 your time, sir. So you got plenty of time still.
Okay, we did good. We did good on time. But look at that. Wait. I say look at that. I ain't got my camera pointed. There we go.
Oh yeah, that's looking real good.
Now that golden mushroom does give it a little different color. It's not pure red, but that's the only reason it's not the true Creole color is because I put that golden mushroom in there. But you can see all the tomatoes and everything else in there. Good stuff.
Yeah.
When Pop had, what did he say?
He said, he goes, why not? That's where the monsters are.
Oh, yeah, they are, right?
Downriver from the.
What I was going to say, Kelly, was when Pop made red eye gravy.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, it was when he made that on his channel, when he had his cooking with Truckee. You would think that would be a real, because it's red eye gravy, you would think that would be a red gravy, and in reality it's not. It's actually it has a red tint to it because of what you put in it, but it's actually a dark brownish type gravy. And so it kind of holds true with any kind of gravy regardless of if it says like your red gravy or any or this particular gravy, red eye gravy that he hooked up and such, doesn't necessarily mean that it's the color of it. So
it depends on what you add to it. Any little thing you add is going to change the color a little bit. Ingredients are still the same.
Oh yeah. Well, most people that we were talking about because I was saying sauce earlier and not meaning to, and you were talking about being gravy. So you mentioned something about spaghetti sauce, and it kind of goes along with what we were just talking about. A lot of people think spaghetti sauce is being a red sauce. Truthfully, it's not necessarily dependent, like you said, depending on what you put in it. I know that a lot of time I like to cook up with Worcestershire, and I'll dab a little Worcestershire into my sauce while it's cooking up, and it'll change the coloration on it to a little bit of a deeper brownish looking, red, and everything. So it completely takes the and it gives it a different taste too, So that can make the difference between whether you and if you like Worcestershire and hey, you'll love it. If you don't like Worcestershire, you'll hate it.
Oh, here you go. Here's 922 says you serve that over rice.
You better believe it. We serve everything over rice. What you talking about?
Absolutely.
Sure.
And
I put rice in my coffee in the morning.
And like we were talking before, some of this stuff that, especially like the shrimp and stuff like that, and anything that's Cajun style, if you want to get a hold of that and have it shipped to you, I will drop the link again. It is CajunGrocer.com.
Yep.
And also another one that Creole mentioned to me was a Mike Anderson Seafood.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, that is a seafood restaurant in New Orleans. They're very, very, very famous place.
So if you're down in Louisiana and you want to have some good Cajun seafood, is go to Mike Anderson's Seafood Restaurant.
Michelle was stating, and I forgot this was the name of those pots and pans that I was talking about earlier. It's called Revereware or Revereware. It's the stainless steel with the copper bottoms, and that's what helps displaces the heat evenly across the bottom of your pan, so everything cooks up more evenly. She states that Revereware, I grew up learning on that cookware, stainless steel with copper bottoms. I'd give my firstborn for a set of my own, and they're expensive as rip. But back when I was married to my first wife, we wasn't doing too bad at all financially, and so we had a whole set actually, along with my cast irons that I brought with me. So
922 said you had me till you said coffee. I had it in my coffee.
but that look, my dad and I were discussing this like as I was driving home. Is that you go to a Walmart? Let's say, okay, I'm going to use Tennessee for an example because I've actually been in a Walmart in Tennessee. You go down the aisle where the rice would be. It's literally a spot on the shelf like this wide.
Yeah,
a couple of bags. That's it. You come to the Walmart here by my house, it's one whole aisle, the whole way down.
Oh, yeah, because that's what everybody eats everything with.
And you can actually, like here, you can buy rice in a 40-pound bag from Walmart. Like we have that here. That's legit. That's a catfish coubillon is extremely close to what I'm doing right here. And I mean, you can almost call it the same thing, to be honest with you. It's very, very close. Like I said,
Kyle says we eat taters.
Oh, here you go. And Justin says, no. If you're down in Louisiana, all you need is Creole's dad to bring you boat snacks.
Hey, we changed that dude's life. Okay, we did. We decided the catfishing wasn't happening, so he wanted to go. He never snagged an Asian carp before. I said, "Oh, no problem. I got just a spot." Well, in the meantime, Dad come meet us, and he had stopped at a little place close to home with fresh boudin, smoked boudin, cracklings, and hoghead cheese.
What?
It changed that dude's life.
Good God. I think you'd change anybody's life with that stuff coming. Good, not.
He would eat that hoghead cheese, and he just stare at it. And he's like, "This is the best thing I've ever eaten in my life." And he just the whole brick of it.
Yeah. Lance says I get a 50-pound bag of rice. It lasts a use about 3 weeks.
Yeah, I believe that. All right, I believe these shrimp ought to be done. Let's see. Oh yeah.
Oh, Cause says taters, taters, and taters.
Yep.
Oh,
We
and
are.
also seafood balls.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the it's seafood boudin, and they make a ball with it. Yeah, I forgot you brought that too.
Looks like we're making a trip to Louisiana, Creole style.
Yeah.
Swing by this direction and pick me up on the way.
You know that's like a whole different direction, right?
I don't give a damn. You're going to swing by here and pick me up if you go.
You don't care.
Michelle stated, Tom stated, Michelle has more pans than I have fishing rods.
All right, finished product in the pot right here.
There's the rice.
There's the rice. Got the fancy dish.
Oh yeah, that's the fancy dish.
There you go.
Two. Oh, it's the 2-layer fancy dish.
But that's all we do. Just pour that over the rice and.
Yep.
See, I'd have to put it in a bowl.
Okay.
Big bowl.
Gosh, Cause.
I know, right?
Balls? Did somebody say balls? We did. We said seafood balls.
Right there, fellas.
My God, that looks good.
Oh yeah, it does.
I'll be able to tell you here in a couple of minutes.
All right, taste test.
Taste test.
Taste test.
It's hot though, man. It's hot. Hang on.
Oh, I guarantee it is.
I'll kill it.
Hold on, Jeremy. Hold on. You got to.
Hey, I'm a professional.
You got to remember. You got to remember. You got to remember when you take that first mouthful to do it twerking monkey style. Yes.
There you go. Yeah, you got to make the sound.
It's weird. Y'all are creeping me out. It's going to be so hot. I normally don't eat till like 20 minutes after it's done just because of it.
Hey, at least Kevin doesn't have the teddy bear in the picture this time, so when he says that, the bear's staring at you.
At least that. Hot. Woo.
Right on.
I can tell you now, I held back on the seasoning. It's a good thing I did. We hit it right on the money.
10-4.
And the funny thing is, here we're talking about cooking and stuff, and I get a text message that says Kelly Craft's kitchen table tour across the Commonwealth of Kentucky. So apparently I'm giving a kitchen tour across Kentucky.
Apparently.
Hey, why not, right? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Hey, whatever works.
From beginning to end, made the whole thing in what, an hour?
Yes.
Right about an hour.
Yeah, roughly an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could do this when you get home. This doesn't have to be an all-day thing. It's easy. And the only advice I'll give anybody who wants to try this with fish, put the fish in there. Don't stir it because it's gonna break up to nothing. It's nice if you have the big thick chunks of fish.
Now, one thing you didn't really go over was your rice. How was you cooking your rice in a what?
Well, I actually have like a rice cooker, like a little,
rice cooker. Okay.
Little rice cooker. It doesn't matter how much rice you put, just you add water till you have 1 knuckle deep of water on top of the rice, and you're good to go. It'll never fail. No matter what the amount of rice is, the first knuckle deep of water over the top of the rice. A little bit of salt, you're good. That's all it takes.
That's good advice. I mean, I can see where that can work out.
Now you see why we don't measure anything. That is our measure. Because it works. If you don't salt your rice, it absorbs a lot of that seasoning and it'll make it bland. Put enough salt in the rice to where you can actually taste it in the water.
Yeah.
And however you season your food, it'll stay that way because your rice isn't absorbing everything.
There you go.
Makes it better that way. Because we are professionals at cooking rice. You know that.
That's right.
We got, that looks good. We've got yes, sir. That looks good.
All right.
Wow, looks wonderful, Creole.
Go back over here.
Oh, and then Michelle says there are too many rices. I have long grain and
Arborio.
Nope, I know.
Yep. So I will order brown in the restaurant, but I'm too impatient to make it.
Yeah. We use the extra long grain for pretty much everything we do.
Okay.
I don't short grain or nothing like that. It's all the extra long grain.
Sean T makes the statement that says Creole, them Yankees don't know nothing about a rice cooker. Son, nope. I'm a Southern boy. I know what a rice cooker is.
Oh, I know what a rice cooker is too, but we've always learned to cook rice in a pot.
Yeah. Hey, that's how we used to do it at the camp. I've cooked many a pot of rice on a campfire. It's all the same thing.
My mother-in-law, like, especially if we're making like some kind of a soup with like beans and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's outside in the backyard with fire going on with sticks, cooking her beans over a fire. That's just she's got a gas grill or gas stove in the house, but she's cooking her beans out over a fire.
I believe that.
The best way to cook it.
She just loves that smell and that taste of it being cooked.
Over a fire. It's better. There's no logical explanation for it, but it just is. Something about cooking outside. It's better.
Yeah.
Dave Garchus, I'm assuming that you're talking about, he stated that you didn't put the golden mushrooms in the recipe, and I'm assuming that you're talking about in the recipe or in the
he didn't tell me that one because that's that secret ingredient. So he didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
I added like literally 15 minutes before I got home. I'm like, you know what? I'm throwing that in there. That's how
I could put it in there now.
Yeah, it's not required. It's not required, but it does make it better.
Yeah. So I'll put it in there and I'll put it in parentheses. Not required.
Let me go ahead and throw this out there right quick there, Jeremy. Hey, I appreciate you giving us that tour tonight. It looks delicious. I'm gonna actually have to cook up some myself, put it back so I can eat on it. Like I said, I'd be the only one pretty much eating on it besides my mom's. And I know you got 15 minutes, son, to get on your other show. So within, to keep it in time. So everybody that sent chat tonight, we appreciate you being in here. I hate to cut this thing short, but I know he's got to get out. You go over and watch Muskrat Adventures. He'll be in there eating his Creole dish while he's on.
I'll finish eating Roger. Yeah,
that's right. So
is Roger going to be back in the studio, or is he going to be out fishing? Because he was fishing earlier.
I guess we'll both find out together. I don't know.
There you go.
All right. Before we get out here, Danny Stone said that his rice cooker is Stacia.
There you go.
Stacia. So I'm going to go ahead and let you get off here, Jimmy. I know you got to go, brother. So, hey, we appreciate you, man. That looks delicious. Absolutely. And as always, it's great having you on the show any time of the day or night.
Hey, it was an honor, guys. Later.
I appreciate it. Definitely.
10-4. What's up, buddy? All right. Yep. That looked delicious. No doubt about it. I'm definitely going to be going back and rewatching so I can pay a little bit more attention because I was watching chat along with that tonight. Yeah. But God almighty, that looked great.
I know it did. It's like everybody said it's you could smell it because
you could smell it. So I don't think we have anything set for next week, do we?
Not yet. Not yet. We haven't got it set up yet. We may do. I've got something coming in Friday. I don't know when I'm going to do the unboxing of it. So we actually might take a break for one day. Maybe depends on if we don't get something lined up, and we may do that unboxing live.
That might work.
Yeah.
Danny said,
great show, guys. I mean, it depends on what we've got. So, I mean, we still got a few people I got to talk to.
Yeah, I got a few people I haven't talked to yet as well. It just hit me. We hadn't got anything lined up after him. Of course, with everything that was going on,
get back with us.
Yeah, where's that? And then, of course, I haven't been pushing it too much because of what's been going on with myself. those of you guys that are still in the chat with us tonight, I'll go ahead and put it out there. As you may have noticed on my own channel of all things, I wasn't in the show last week. And one of the reasons was, which Kelly brought it to light, was that I've been having issues with my blood pressure to the point where I've almost stroked out. I mean, it was so high. So I'd been going to the doctor and having them to check me out and regulate medications so that I can get that blood pressure down, so that you guys can see me and I can see you a little bit longer. So I'm trying to get my health back in order. It's a hard thing to do when you're used to eating whatever you want to, whenever you want to, and ever how you want to. I appreciate you guys bearing with us and understanding with my absences that I've had for a few shows now. This has actually been something that's been ongoing that I did not realize and then was not aware of until recently. So I just wanted to throw that out there to you guys and say thank you for supporting mine and Kelly's channel, and of course the Twerking Tuesdays, which we have actually revamped as TNT podcast.
TNT podcast.
But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know it, and I wanted to say thank you so very much for doing that. Now that Kelly and I are over 1,000, and which I've been over 1,000 a minute, but we're looking at trying to get our watch hours up, and he and I are about head to head with watch hours right now. Of course, he's got a little bit more watch hours, I'm sure, than I do, because he's done those live streams a little bit more recently than I have. But I know, right? But
it's already been up before I even came.
Yeah, this is when I say it's been an ongoing thing. I did not realize that this was my issue. It's been almost 2 years. I've been having issues for almost 2 years now. It really started ramping up after Pop passed away, because it's the hypertensive type high blood pressure. So every little thing that sets me off just throws my blood pressure through the roof.
And then you get text messages like, "Uh-oh, I'm watching something, my blood pressure goes up."
So yeah, put a pop off in your jugular. But yeah, so yeah, it's like I said, I've actually been in the last few days, I've actually felt pretty doggone great. We've got the medications regulated now. I don't have, I have migraines. I've had migraines since I was 13 because of, well, literally almost dying when I was 13. And that was another story for another day. But I almost died when I was 13. And ever since that situation took place, I've had real bad migraines ever so often. But over the past year and a half over the past year and a half, they've gotten to where they ramp up to such an extent that they will actually put me down for a week or two sometimes. And which Kelly knows about.
And that's the reason why you see me sometimes. I'm doing the show by myself, because Kevin's called me an hour or so before the show and said, "Hey, I'm down. I can't. I'm hurting so bad. I can't stand being." So that's where we're getting. And I try not to. And I'm glad he's doing it now. I try not to put a lot of information out there that I know he's in the background. He'll bring it out to light what's going on with his health and stuff. So I'm glad he's doing that now. So yeah, definitely keep him in your prayers, guys.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
He's still not completely out of the woods, but he is working on it with the doctor. So hopefully we can get this straightened out. And
they finally, and that was the other thing that's been helping me quite a bit too. I actually went to the doctor. This is how I found out how I found out all this went come about. I actually went to the doctor because of the other migraines. And in the process of doing that and them checking me, the doctor wouldn't let me leave the office for an hour after he took my blood pressure when I went up there, because he wanted me to try and calm down. It got real scary real quick. So so that's what's been going on with me. I know a lot of people might have been wondering what was going on, why you see me one week and maybe not see me the next one, or there was a time right there at the end of last year where I had a lot going on and sickness and other stuff.
Missed a couple
with my mom that I had to back off the show for quite a few shows there. And that's which everybody knows about my mom and having an accident and breaking her ankle and having to take care of her as well. Pretty much everybody knows about that. But all that accumulated with what was already going on in my personal life. almost put me out of this life. So I will say this: take care of yourself. You know, if you start noticing that you're having a lot of illnesses and they seem to be the same thing every single time, go get yourself checked out, because your health is not something to play with.
Nope. And that's not the reason why I went to the doctor and found out all the stuff about me. We just went to an established doctor, and guess what? Couldn't find out you got high cholesterol and borderline diabetic now. So,
you know, the funny thing is my cholesterol level's always been great, and you know how I eat.
Yeah.
I've never had an issue with it.
But the problem is I eat a lot worse than you.
Well, you got a point there.
Yeah. But a lot worse than you. And mine's always fried.
Yeah.
My
well, I eat a lot of fried food. I'm Southern.
Fried. Everything's fried. Because that's just that's how we cook stuff. Everything is fried.
Well, you know, like I said,
it ain't fried just like, it's just a little bit of vegetable or canola oil. It's lard. It's lard fried. Everything is fried in lard.
Now, everybody knows that I have an addiction, or had an addiction, to Mountain Dews. Everybody knows that Mountain Dew is primarily caffeine and sugar.
Basically, yeah.
Well, after finding out, and of course, anybody that's seen the pictures that I put up,
32-gallon trash bag
full of Mountain Dew bottles, I have actually not had a Mountain Dew in over 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
But I have substituted it with Orange Crush. Yes. Actually, I drink the Orange Crush, but I don't drink them like I did with.
Now we just get them off of soda completely.
I'm working on it. I got the caffeine aspect of it done. I'm drinking more water.
I've only drank one soda a week, and it's one soda can a week. That's it. That's all I drink anymore.
Jimmy Gaga said that buy an air fryer. I haven't had fried foods for a year now. A thing really works, and it does. I actually have one, and I do a lot of cooking now with that. I surely do.
And I understand that, but when you have a mother-in-law that is Hispanic and they like home cooked meals, it's kind of hard to get away from anything fried. It really is.
Justin says he takes pills so he can keep eating all the meat he wants. Those not the kind of pills we're talking about.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. We're not going to talk about those kinds. He goes, that's no better given.
It's still full of sugar, but I don't have the caffeine on top of it. But I will say this: I don't drink these like I did the Mountain Dews. I have actually implemented more water into my diet, drinking more water, especially at work. I bet I drank probably 5 bottles of water at work today, where I had not maybe a bottle of water during my work hours.
Yeah.
So I've been pushing the water content. And another thing too is the medication that I'm taking. You may start seeing a lot skinnier Kevin or KB, because the medication I take actually curbed my appetite. So I don't eat near as much.
Maybe he'll fit in that T-shirt that the Bear's wearing now.
Yes, I might actually get back into that T-shirt again. No, actually, I can wear that T-shirt now.
The Bear will be naked. And then he's gonna find another shirt for the Bear because the Bear will be naked. We don't want to have a naked Bear in the show.
That's right. Well, buddy, I'm gonna. What you think? Shall we go ahead? It's right there at that magical hour, anyways. You want to go ahead?
Let's do it. But be on the lookout, guys. We may actually. I'm gonna text somebody here probably in the morning because I know they're at work right now. But I will text them in the morning, a guest, and see if we can't pull out a weekend one.
Yeah, so definitely let me know about that.
You might see a weekend pop up for the TNT podcast cooking miniseries. So be on the lookout for that. If not, we'll see you next Tuesday with we don't know what.
Whatever we can come up with.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, we certainly do appreciate everybody being in.
Yeah. 4 plates of Chinese food is not in your best interest either. Oh, I know. Exactly. I know. You've been here too long.
Too long. You'll leave now.
Yeah, you leave now. Why you bring seal?
Justin made a statement.
You're fat.
Justin made a statement that I wonder I didn't have kidney boulders, which you remember, Justin, not too long ago, I did have some kidney boulders.
Have those on top of all this.
All this, yes.
Yeah.
And of course, I mentioned this whenever we were all together. I have I wouldn't say a condition. It's just because it's inherited, but I have a condition in which my body creates calcium a lot of calcium. And because of that, that's what I get a lot of times. I literally stopped I stopped counting after 20 when it comes to the kidney stones. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how many kidney stones I've had over the course of my life because of that.
Yes, just confirmed it. You got me on.
10
You got me
for
on
that.
the 9th of May. Sweet cream of crab soup. There you go, guys.
That'll
May
work.
9th is already in set.
That will work.
That is our boy
That's 2
Sam
weeks
from
from now.
Outdoors in Maryland, Mr.
So
Crab
that will
Man.
be 2 weeks from now.
Well, let me see.
So that would actually be on your channel.
Would that be on mine?
That will be on your channel. So that means I need to get on the ball and get one for my channel next week.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be
actually,
that'll be on mine on May 9th. So yep.
Actually,
awesome.
talk if you're able to talk with that particular person we were talking about.
We may just do whatever on Tuesday.
Do what?
We may just do whatever on Tuesday or take the night off.
Well, I was going to say if we can go ahead and do Saturdays, do a special with him on Saturday, then what we may do is just not do a show at all on Tuesday night.
Yeah, may.
So let me know on that for sure.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close this thing out. Thank you everybody for coming in, and yeah, we could do a trial run next week. That'd be fine if you wanted to do something. Matter of fact, especially if everything rolls out the way we hope it does for Saturday.
Yeah, if everything works out for this weekend, then yeah, we'll just do a little trial run next week and just see how it goes.
That'll work.
Yeah.
But anyways, everybody, I appreciate you coming in. You go over and see Muskrat Adventures with the Creole, who will probably still be eating on his creations for the night. Yeah. And be on the lookout for a couple of videos that I'll have coming out and some shorts here on YouTube that I'll be putting out, plus some TikToks that I'm going to be putting out as well. I'm trying to get, now that I feel a lot better, I'm going to try and start putting out a lot more videos. I'm going to get to where I hopefully can go fishing a little bit more often. Unfortunately, a lot of it may be more local than my lake, but hey, fishing is fishing. So that's what it's going to be.
And I've got an unboxing coming in on Friday.
And you've got an unboxing. So,
yep.
All right. Well, everybody, good night. We appreciate you coming in, and we will see you on the next show. Have a great night.
Podcast is out. See you all next time.
TN4.